All right. I believe I am live, and it is Friday, February 20th. That is a big day for me. Um, well, hopefully, because as you can see on the screen, probably over there, or maybe it's over here, I don't know. I got the sub count up, and hopefully in the next couple hours, should hit 100,000 subscribers, which is crazy. So I figured it'd be fun to stream it live. That way, I don't know. I can remember the exact moment and stuff like that. So anyway, in the meantime, we can do the usual. Check out stuff on Google Earth, and also work on the tier list that didn't finish in the last video. So yeah. Bagel Boy, yo, bro. Bagel Boy has been there since the beginning. Probably one of the first subscribers. That's awesome. About to hit 100, hopefully. I wonder what's going to be an S tier. Yeah, we'll talk about it. I mean, this is the current S tier, if you guys can see that. Let me just make sure I got everything up and running before I really get going here. Where's Martha? She is at the gym right now working out. So, yeah. Hopefully, after the semester, the stream setup will change to a much more fun room, and then hopefully Martha can join in some of those streams as well. But I'll wait to announce that sort of stuff for now till it actually happens. Okay, looks like everything's good. You guys can see the tiers, and the sub count is up there. Almost to 100,000, not quite, Sharon. We're 12 away, 12. So yeah, if you're not subscribed yet, definitely do that. I am going to Utah State University. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Is this also the 100,000 subscriber Q&A video, or is that another time? Yeah, that will be another time. I want to make that an actual video so it pops up on people's feed, because a lot of people don't get recommended the lives. So I want people who ask questions to actually be able to see it easily. I did try to film that video last weekend, but I failed because of the weather. I tried to do the challenge and the Q&A at the same time. Which the challenge is going to be walking 100,000 steps in a single trip, which is over 50 miles. And yeah, I totally failed. So I'm going to re-film the Q&A probably on its own, just going for a normal hike. And then I'll do the challenge at another time. Because yeah, it's going to be tough, but I want to do it. Hello from Zion. We got snow. Awesome. Love snow in Zion. It makes it so much cooler. Do you watch Cody's Lab? I don't think so. I haven't heard of that. Why didn't you go to the Oregon State College? They have the best geology department. I actually really, really wanted to, but Oregon State is also super expensive for out of state. And Utah State, you can get in-state tuition after only a year. And I actually got a pretty good scholarship for here, so it was just like miles cheaper for both Martha and I. So yeah, it's really expensive to go to OSU. And also ended up doing ecology anyway. I'm mostly like a geology hobbyist. Hey Lena, gonna listen while I work. Also, Lassen should be an A. Yeah, I was really thinking about the list since last time, and I have some thoughts. I'm wondering if I should make a less objective list and go more on vibes, because making it objective is just incredibly difficult, because then like basically every Alaska park should be in S tier, and then like same thing with the Hawaii parks. Well, at the same time, I feel like, say for example, Glacier Bay, while it is like way bigger, way, I don't know, more pristine, like technically there's a lot of things you could do there if you were into mountaineering. Like at the same time, I would rather just go to Great Basin National Park, even though on paper maybe like objectively, I don't know, some of these are not as good. So I might make more of a vibes based list. So we might move some things around today. Beaver Geography, another YouTuber in the chat. Nice. Can't wait to see it happen. Congrats on the growth. It's wonderful to see. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for joining the stream. I see your shorts all the time pop up on my YouTube. My mom Gloria freaks out every time you're standing on the edge of a cliffside. Can you say hi to my mom Gloria? She's a huge fan. Well, hello, Gloria. Don't worry. I feel pretty comfortable on cliff sides. That's actually like, I think somebody asked me what the most scary experience I had in the Q&A video, which I will answer more in depth. But yeah, it's definitely not cliffs. Cliffs don't scare me very much. Like, I don't know. I feel comfortable. But yeah, so you don't gotta worry. And also, if I posted the video, that means I'm fine. Like, you can always remember that too. Have you heard of Heart Mountain near Cody, Wyoming? I've not. I know that area is cool though. Congrats, just got here. Where does Smoky Mountain National Park rank? Right now I have it at, where is it? Wait, oh, it's at C-. It's at C-. Missed the last two streams since they were at like 2 a.m. my time, so nice to see one live again. Yeah, sorry about that, all the non-Americans. My time zone is probably awful for you. Would you hike rim to rim Grand Canyon? Honestly, I'd rather do some other things in the Grand Canyon. I feel like everybody does rim to rim, so I'd probably prefer to do something like the Tuck Up Trail. Great Smoky Mountain is mid compared to the western ones. Yeah, I mean, Great Smoky Mountains. Okay, let's just recap the list real quick, and I might move some things around. So in S tier, Canyonlands, Grand Canyon, North Cascades, Katmai, Denali, Olympic. Those are all pretty self-explanatory. Like, I've either loved my experience at all of these, or I'm really excited to go there, and I've done a lot of research online about them. And also Olympic, you guys. I don't think I would put Olympic at S, but you guys convinced me, and I'll leave it up there. A, Capitol Reef. I feel like A+ is my endearing parks that I've been to that I really enjoyed. But like clearly they're not on the level of the S tier ones. But for me, the ones I've enjoyed that fit into that category are Capitol Reef, Black Canyon of the Gunnison, Great Basin, Big Bend. I haven't been to Big Bend yet, or Carlsbad, but I'm really excited to go. And I think they're going to be kind of those under the radar, really, really good parks, or especially Big Bend. And then Haleakala, which I've been to. Grand Teton and Glacier. So this is where I might change things up. For me, Glacier National Park is just not an A. And I feel like I should be decisive with this list. So, I don't know. I might just like take out these categories and like have reasonings for each, because then some of these can move up. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So, Glacier for me, don't get me wrong, it's like incredibly beautiful. It is. But I want to be decisive, and for me, I don't ever want to go to Glacier again, really. Like, it's just not a fun experience for me anymore. And there's a lot of mountaineering, like you can get off the beaten path in Glacier, and that seems like a cool thing to do, but to be honest, I'd rather just go to the Bob Marshall Wilderness. And the main highlights of the park that everyone talks about, like going to the Sun Road and all the hikes, are just like pretty much tourist hellscape to me at this point. Like going to the Sun Road is not fun anymore. I didn't do it before it was busy, but I don't want to have the shifting baseline and be like, oh yeah, it's all right. Like, no, it sucks. Like, it sucks to drive there. It is just not fun. I mean, there's like a gajillion people. Martha and I went at like 7 a.m. on a random Tuesday on our way back from Canada, and it was good for the first half. And then as soon as we hit like this hidden lake area, it just got atrocious. I was like, this is not fun anymore. Any hike off the main road is just going to be incredibly busy. It's just not my idea of a good time. I'd personally rather go other places in Montana. Like the Bitterroot Mountains, I've had a better time there. The Bob, really excited to go there. Or even stuff like Granite Peak, where it's like, I don't know. It's still actually hard to get there. It still like has the Montana. We're the Big Sky State. We have the Grizzlies. American West or whatever when it's Glacier. Whereas Glacier is just not that. Not that. It's not the crown jewel of Montana, in my opinion. It used to be. It used to be. And don't get me wrong, like I maybe someday I'll like try to get over to these remote areas of Glacier, but I'm not gonna lie, like I don't know, I just have no desire. And that is a very extremely hot take. I know Glacier National Park is a lot of people's favorite park, and I'm sorry. I hope you continue to enjoy it. But yeah, so I'm gonna move Glacier to like a B minus, or maybe a B minus. I think is fair. Grand Teton can stay an A minus. I think Grand Teton is like it is busy, but for me it is like the Grand Tetons are the most insane mountain view you can get from a valley. So that's to whereas Glacier, it's like no, they're not the most insane mountains I've ever seen. Okay, that was a load of hot take. So yeah, let me read some more stuff here. Arches and Bryce are far too low in my opinion. You have to go in the off season when the crowds are light. And see, I've done that. I've gone to Arches in the off season. I've also gone to Bryce in the off season, but I don't know. Again, this is just kind of I'm gonna make it more my opinion, but I will justify it. And then once I visit every single park, I'll like try to be as accurate. I don't know, but yeah, for me, Arches and Bryce both. I don't ever need to go back to like even in the off season when it's not busy. For me, it's just not as fun as a whole day parks above them. Did I miss a live stream? When was this list made? I think I streamed last Saturday, and then I'm doing the stream today because we're hopefully gonna hit 100. But I have, I have a lot of homework, so I shouldn't be doing this right now. But oh well. Okay, we're at 99,993, so we're getting pretty close. I have to watch. Okay. In your opinion, was the best national park or state park on the East Coast? I haven't been to any, but I would say, I don't know. I think Mammoth Cave here is the highest. I don't know if that counts as East Coast, but yeah. But yeah, you're not wrong. You can always avoid the crowds even in the busiest places on earth. But yeah, I don't know. Arches is not gonna move. So let's talk about A minus. I think some things can move up. I'm gonna leave Lassen where it's at. I haven't been there yet, but I feel like, well, yeah, maybe not. I feel like some things need to go in A minus. I just don't know which of the B pluses should move up. Which do you guys think of the B pluses? Yeah, a lot of people are talking about Silver Falls State Park in Oregon. I think that must be kind of an Oregon classic, it sounds like. I've never been. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about Hawaii volcanoes. That it was a bit low because of that. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think once I eventually do get here, it's probably going to be an A minus for me. Go Aggies. Zion wasn't great was great in December. Yeah. Zion is different to me. I will say that. We're going to get there soon. Okay. So yeah, Hawaii volcanoes can move up. Honestly, I'm going to say Gates of the Arctic can move up. That's like, again, just it's got to be a crazy place, right? Lake Clark is probably the same story. Like, it's Alaska. It's Alaska. I've been to Kenai Fjords. I'm going to leave it in B+. Yeah, okay, that looks a little bit better. And then maybe we'll move up. Like, I'm not going to lie, I'm super excited to see Great Sand Dunes. And then Kobuk Valley, probably. Because, again, Alaska. Gonna just be honest with those Alaska ones. They're probably amazing. Like, just because they're hard to get to. I don't know. And then C+, I'm going to move up Petrified Forest. I love Petrified Forest. And then I think the rest of those look pretty good, so we'll move on. Yeah, Great Smokies is number 1 in visitation, and that's not a good thing to me either. That's like a big negative. Where do you have Joshua Tree? I don't think we've gotten there yet. Yes, almost at 100K. Also, let me know. Like, I don't have it on my screen, so if I miss it. Oh my gosh, yeah, we have. It's literally gonna happen in the next couple of minutes. Jeez, I thought it was gonna take an hour or two. That's why I started the stream right now. I'm a Capitol Reef stan. See, same, absolutely same. And yeah, that's what I kind of realized when I was thinking about this list. Is like, there's no way to be objective. Everyone has their own experiences, and the only thing I can do is like justify my ranking. And obviously, no one's gonna exactly agree with this. Oh wait, I did rank Joshua Tree. I have in C-. Yeah, I did have it in C-. And that's only because there's a lot of other Joshua Tree areas that I think would be more fun to go to that aren't busy. Okay, let's move on. Okay, Pinnacles National Park. This one has been highly requested. I know there's a lot of people from California that love this park. I honestly don't know much about it. I know it has some cool geology. Let's see where it is. Because my one concern off the bat is, like, California Park might be kind of busy. Coffee tree for Martha. Nice. Let the Australian read it.
At Ramblick super chatted $10. A coffee treat for Martha.
Sweet. Well, we have some coffee shops that we really love here in Logan, so yeah, we will definitely go out and get coffee, especially because we got a bunch of homework to do this weekend, so we can do a homework date. Thanks so much, Rambler. It doesn't show me the full name on the stream. It makes me angry. Rambler CDT, is that the Continental Divide Trail? I agree with C- for Joshua. Or, yeah, let me know with Pinnacles. Wait, did 100K happen? Oh my gosh. It says 100K. Oh, that's crazy. Wait. Wow. We just got like two or three more subs in the last minute. Look at that. Boom. It finally happened. Wow, that's crazy. I don't even know what to think. That's wild. Well, it's all thanks to you guys for subscribing. I mean, actually, another thing I was thinking of doing on this stream, I thought it was going to take longer for this to happen, was to go and look at some of my old videos to see where I started out. Wow. Crazy. Who was the latest subscriber? It says Stephanie Farmer right now. Oh, thank you so much.
Super chatted $9.99. 100K gift.
Thank you. I appreciate it so much. Wow. You can retire now. Yeah. I'm done, guys. This is my retirement video. All right. Well, that was unexpected. I thought it was going to take a lot longer for that to happen based on the timing. Oh, someone unsubscribed. That's crazy. Cruel. Okay, I'll leave it up here just in case it does go down. People unsubscribe all the time, so hopefully we can keep it above. That'd be funny if I went back down below. But yeah, so later maybe we can go look at some old videos. I feel like I should finish this list though. Quickly, it's all unsubscribe now. Yeah, I'm excited to get the plaque. I don't know how that works yet. I feel like it might take a while. It would be funny. I mean, I don't know. I haven't, like, I think I only asked for subscribers in one video, and then I realized that it's just, like, silly. Like, people, I don't know, at least watching YouTube in 2026, like, you just subscribe if you want to. I don't know. So, at the end of the day, it doesn't mean anything. It's just a number, and it doesn't factor into the analytics. Oh, is it back at 99K? Oh my god. Yo, you guys are trying to be funny. You guys are trying to be funny, huh? Wow. Send the play button back. Send it back. Oh, that's hilarious. Who unsubscribed? I don't know. Yeah, you guys be honest. Okay, well, hopefully by the end of the stream, voice crack there. Hopefully by the end of the stream, it's well above 100K, so you guys can't mess with me. But I'll leave it up for now. It's probably gonna bounce around. Okay. Bro really fell off in the last 30 seconds. Get him to the least isolated point in the lower 48. Yeah, that's a good idea. Where would that be? Okay, where is Pinnacles National Park? Okay, that's what I thought. It's in between San Francisco and LA. So that's just like a little bit of a red flag for me. Not that it's not cool, but yeah, I just don't like busy national parks, especially when they're smaller, but I think I was the 99,997th. Nice. Yeah, they mad at the retirement. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the plaque. Oh wow, a double, 2 in a row.
At Chris Robertson 5406 super chatted $1.
Sweet, thank you so much, Chris. And then Carl Riker, congrats, bro. Here's for the next 100K. I'm excited to see what you do for the rest of the year. I'm excited too. I'm gonna take this motivation and hopefully make a bunch of fun videos for you guys. I got a official spring break trip planned now, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. So thank you so much, Carl. Okay. So yeah, do you guys have opinions on Pinnacles? To me, Pinnacles, I'm sorry, like I don't see it that much. Just because I know of some crazy pinnacle areas in other places in the U.S. that look just as cool as this. I know it's got a like really interesting geology where the San Andreas Fault has like torn apart the remnants of a volcano. That's pretty cool. And also there's probably a lot of biodiversity there with the condors and everything. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to go here. But at least from my estimate, like it can't be that big. It's not showing me the border right now, but it's probably about this big. Oh, there's the Carl Riker one.
At Carl Riker super chatted $10. Congrats, bro. Here's to the next 100,000. I'm excited to see what you do for the rest of the year.
Me too. I need to make it so that time between is shorter. Next random point is going to be filmed during spring break. So I know it's a long time waiting. Those videos are just really hard to make because I have to drive so far. But yeah, that one, Arizona, will be the next one. So anyway, Pinnacles, I don't know. It's for rock climbers. I just don't think. I'm sorry. Like City of Rocks, Idaho, to me looks cooler than Pinnacles. Sorry. Like I'd rather go here. And there's not that many people, and it's also granite. So it is better for rock climbing. And then yeah, I don't know. Pinnacles, I'm sorry. I know people love you, but C-. I'd say it's probably around here. I'm so hyped for Arizona after that New Mexico. Yeah, we'll see. I'm hoping to do several random point videos this summer. I think most likely, the summer is going to have a ton of stuff, and yet it's like, I can't fit in as much as I would think at the same time, because it's only 3 months for me. I have to be back in school. Shout out Bathrock. Yeah, Bagel Boy knows what's up with City of Rocks. Actually, I think we need to generate the California point. No. Actually, no, it's up here. But yeah, I'm going to try to do Colorado soon. I'm really excited about that one, and New Mexico, and then also Wyoming. So who knows which one will be after Arizona. Yeah. Okay. Dang. I'm still like kind of like thinking about the 100K thing. It's crazy. It's back over 100K now. I'm checking it again. You guys resubscribed. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if it gets to like 110, and then I'd say we're safe. That's crazy. Just thank you again. Unbelievable. I'm really excited to be like far in the future and looking back at this stream and be like, dang, I can remember that milestone now. Because I remember when I hit 100 or just 1,000 subscribers. That was just 2 years ago, and I just don't remember exactly what I thought at the moment. But I remember being really excited. And yeah, crazy. 100K. That's a lot of people. Man. I've been to Pinnacles twice. It's great. Just don't go in the summer or when it's busy. Yeah. And see, that seems like a C- park to me. Like, don't go when it's busy, and also like half of the year. I don't know. I guess you could say that about a lot of parks, but yeah, it's C-. That's my vibes. Okay, Redwood National and State Parks. Redwood is an interesting one because it is, yeah, it's kind of a big conglomeration compared to all the other parks. Whereas, yeah, Redwood is like a bunch of little things that are all just kind of governed together. But I really like Redwood. I think it's the better of the two tree parks. It's got more of the mystic quality, the indoor quality that I just love. And Sequoia, their trees are obviously bigger, but yeah, I think I prefer Redwood. But it's at the same time not like it's not the most diverse park, and yeah, you can go through a hike in the redwoods, and then that's kind of it. So I think it's a C+. Like, it's really cool, like Mesa Verde, but and Mammoth Cave, but it's just it's got that one thing you can do there. Not a ton of dimensions. Do they give you a YouTube plaque for 100K? Yes, I will be getting, hopefully, a silver play button. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I think I'll just put it on my shelf. But honestly, I might put it back at my home in like my childhood room, because childhood me would have been absolutely flabbergasted that I have 100,000 subscribers, and very, very happy. I mean, I've been making YouTube videos since I was little. So I think I might put it in like my childhood room, because I think that's where it would mean the most. Whereas like just having it on my desk, like I don't need it on my desk, but yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. Bring it on a trip. Yeah, backpacking with my play button. I'm gonna go see 3 national parks on a May early June trip to the Pacific Northwest, Redwoods, Olympic, and Crater Lake. Yeah, see, that's when even though these parks are lower, when there's like a lot of parks near each other, they become a much better thing. So, for example, that's kind of what I was saying with Kings Canyon and Sequoia. Like, they're 2 different national parks, but at the same time, they're not really. And they should just be one thing. And when it comes to like the Pacific Northwest, we already have a bunch of these in S, but even the lower ones, like, yeah, you can all hit them in one trip. Yeah, Channel Islands I got in, where do I got it? I got it in C+, because I haven't been there, but it looks pretty cool, but also, not comparing to this stuff. Okay, Rocky Mountain National Park. So this one I have a very harsh opinion of. I do not plan on ever actually doing anything in Rocky Mountain National Park. Like, truly, I don't. It's just like kind of a bummer, because the Rocky Mountains are obviously one of the coolest places in America, but the international traveling community and a good chunk of the American travel community all goes to this one park to see the Rocky Mountains. And the Rocky Mountains is a huge area, and you don't need to go to this national park. I mean, like, unless you want to summit Long's Peak, really, in my opinion. Like, I've seen this one photo of the lake 2 trillion times on calendars and yada, yada, yada. It seems like the only, I don't know, people go there to take that photo. And I don't like that. I don't think that is indicative of a great national park, especially when you have areas like the Maroon Bells and the San Juan Mountains and Capitol Peak, the most wicked 14er in my opinion. I mean, Capitol Peak is just insane. Look at that summit. That's what you have to do if you want to summit Capitol Peak. That, to me, is much more, I don't know, like lives up to the Rocky Mountains than Rocky Mountain National Park. And again, they were like, okay, we got to make a Rocky Mountain National Park. I don't know the history of it, but the fact of the matter is it just funnels a ridiculous amount of people to this spot of the Rockies, and there's no reason for it. People should spread out evenly. There's cool places everywhere in the Rockies. I would say, based on my research, yeah, like I said, the Maroon Bells, and then also kind of this area is just by far the coolest geology, views, history. I don't know. I mean, there's some crazy looking peaks out here. Mount Sneffels is really cool. So yeah, Rocky Mountain National Park, like, in all honesty, I literally, it's dog water, bro. Like, I do not want to go there. It's a D. I don't know. That's probably gonna be a hot take, but maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, the Wind River Mountains are a billion times better than Rocky Mountain National Park, and I would spend a lifetime in the Wind Rivers, and I wouldn't spend a weekend in the Rocky Mountain National Park. They only put it there because it's close to Denver. Yeah, probably. I wanted to see Rainier National Park, but from what I've read, it's a complete waste of time in May. Yeah, it's going to be tough. I don't know. It's not been a great snow year. I wouldn't say it's a complete waste of time. Also, the other thing I want to talk about with national parks, you can enjoy national parks from outside the boundary, especially Mount Rainier. The coolest Mount Rainier experience I've ever had was summiting this peak right here. It's called Miners Ridge. And the view of Mount Rainier from here was immaculate. I did this in the Washington Random Point video. You can also fly a drone there or do stuff like that, which is why I went there, because you can't fly a drone in the national park, obviously. So I'd highly recommend maybe checking this out. You won't be able to drive up there unless you have a really good car, and honestly, it's probably closed, but you could probably hike it, and it's a beautiful hike. There's a lake on the way. It's a road, so you could snowshoe it and get, the most ridiculous view of Mount Rainier. Maybe not the most, but the best that I've ever seen. It's gorgeous. And you can also, by the way, see Mount St. Helens, Mount Adams, and Glacier Peak, I think. I think Glacier Peak's right there, all from this one summit. So yeah, when it comes to especially the Pacific Northwest national parks, like, maybe just go outside the boundary, and it's all amazing. And that's the thing with Rocky Mountain National Park. That's exactly a great point. Like, you just don't need to go to Rocky Mountain National Park. Just go to the Rockies. I don't know. Okay, what was I on? There we go. Sorry about the jumping around. Read a couple comments real quick. As a Coloradan, Rocky Mountain National Park is C tier at best. There are far better mountains in Colorado. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. What else we got? Recent subscriber, love your channel, has filled the void left by Outdoor Boys. Keep up all the good stuff. Huge fan. Thanks so much. Yeah, I was sad when Outdoor Boys retired too. I bet he'll come back. I'm not going to lie. I feel like he's more of on a break than retirement. I mean, at least as a person who loves making videos, I know the burnout feeling, but I also know that it literally just takes a year or two and you're like, oh man, I really want to make videos again. So I wouldn't, he's probably not gone. But that's positive because it decreases people in the rest of the Rockies. That is true. And that's why it's like, that's why I'm going to tell people, if you actually want to have fun, don't go there. Unless you're just crossing off the list. You should do a collab with Myron Cook. He could send you a remote spot in Wyoming and do a deep dive together on geology. That would be really fun. I don't know, like, I know a lot of YouTubers also know me. I've talked to some. I don't know if he actually knows who I am, but I'll have to reach out. 100K, let's go. I think it's better than D tier just by virtue of being more beautiful. That's true, but yeah, I'm keeping it in D tier. Okay. Is there any underwater national parks? I feel like Channel Islands is kind of the closest. And I mean, some of these like Biscayne and American Samoa, a lot of the draw is underwater, but maybe not 100%. I will answer the supernatural or unexplained question in my Q&A video. Congaree is so pretty and slept on. Move Indiana Dunes down if you have to do it. See, well, okay, I'll put Congaree. I did it like, I liked the vibes of Congaree based on the pictures and stuff. Like, I think it's pretty cool looking. I just put it there because it's East Coast, like, down. But I'll move it to the front of D- because the other part of this ranking is that the order is the order in the tier, I guess. Tristan, I love Tristan from SEO VRVing. I've been watching him for years. Also, I saw someone mention POV channel. Hopefully. I want to get to the Wind River Range, but I'm not a backpacker and a day hike. Opportunities, they are not limited. You can do day hikes. A lot of people get mad at me for even talking about the Wind Rivers. Like, they're the people there very protective of them. There's a bunch of really cool day hikes. I would recommend you can drive out of Pinedale, drive up past this ski resort, and park right here. And then you can do like a literally 3 mile, maybe it's 5 or 6. I don't know. I think, yeah, it's probably 6 miles, three each way, to the edge of this insane canyon, and look out across that. You can just sit and have your lunch and witness the beauty of the Wind Rivers. And then if you want to do a longer day hike, you just keep going, and you can just get past lake after cool lake. So I'd highly recommend this as a starting point. I've also done a day hike. I mean, the most popular day hike in the Winds is Cirque of the Towers. It's a long day hike, but again, super worth it, and some of the most insane views. You'll keep your legs going. Yeah, I don't know. I would look more into it. You can also do Square Mountain. I think that's a day hike because you can park here. This is like one of the most iconic views in Wyoming or the West. Oh, God. Paul P, bro. I hate Paul P. He takes the worst photospheres, and they're everywhere. You guys know that's Square Top, though. I'll show you a picture. Just don't tell Wyoming natives I told you. But yeah, that's a day hike right there. That photo. And I hear there's a bunch of moose up that area. Okay, Wind Rivers tangent over. Let's keep going. Saguaro National Park. I've been here. I think I would put Saguaro in the same category as Joshua Tree, but above it because it's not as busy. And yeah, that's kind of the main reason. I don't know. Both are really cool, iconic desert plants. Preserve parts of their respective deserts, but also pretty small. So I don't know. I'll put the front of C-. I liked it though. I enjoyed my time there. Come on, go in front there. I'm glad I found this channel a month ago. It's become what I play in the background while eating and stuff like that. Thanks for making such entertaining but not overdone content. Keep it up. Thank you so much. I've heard of that from a lot of people. That they just throw it on in the background, and I love that because that's exactly what I want to make. Just I'm not trying to delude myself into thinking that I'm making like Nat Geo documentaries or something that you gotta zone into. It's just throw it on the background. Pretty views when you look at the TV or whatever. Yeah, Wind Rivers are like absolutely do not sleep on them. They're amazing. Bad photosphere takers should be banned. Yeah, I would love to just remove some of them, like Paul P. I think, is that who we were talking about last time? I think it was Paul P. He's been everywhere. So there's like a couple guys that have been everywhere, and it looks like they took the photospheres on a flip phone. It's so annoying. Definitely above Sticks and Rocks. Yeah, cooler Sticks and Rocks. There are grizzlies, but they're few and far between. Superstition Mountains. Yeah, that's the other thing with the Saguaro National Park. Let's go look at it. It is outside Tucson, if I remember correctly. And there are just a bunch of other places where you can see really cool, what's it called? Sonoran Desert. Yeah, like, it's on these mountains here. All of these mountains are going to have a very similar ecology out here. And then obviously just central Arizona. That's where I'm going for the random point, is full of cool stuff. Putting Congaree in D- is a sin. Okay. Where would you put it? Have you heard of Mount Edgecombe in Alaska? I've not. What's cool about that one? Only park with endangered longleaf pine, largest bottomland hardwood forest in the country. Prescribed fire. It is the epitome of the southeastern United States. That is a good synopsis. And so I saw that it was like the largest remaining hardwood forest, old growth hardwood forest. I mean, where do I got it? Actually, yeah, I feel like with what you guys are saying, it could go into D-. It could compete with these guys. Or D+. I do love that you are sensible. You show mountains so much better than climbers do. I realize I love watching your content a lot more. The quality is always so great. Well, I appreciate that. What do you mean by showing it better than climbers do? Like, I'm curious. Is the drone incident the weirdest thing that's happened to you while hiking? It's up there, definitely. Let's go, Congaree up. Just subscribed. How to close to 100K? Well, let's look. Oh, we're at 100,011. It's on the screen here. That's where it is, right there. So yeah, right when we hit it, everybody unsubscribed and went back. But I think we're solid now. Unless, I don't know. Let's check how many people are in the stream. Maybe you guys could potentially do another coup. 110 viewers. Oh yeah, you totally could. Don't unsubscribe, guys. Okay. We're getting close to the end of the list. If only Google would allow you to block specific photo contributors, that would be nice. It's a very niche issue. Mount Edgecombe is a volcano directly adjacent to a big crater from a different volcano. Yes, okay, I have seen that then. I have that marked on my list. It is right. Let me find it. It's right here, right? Yeah. Yeah, I have that marked. That is a really cool place. Okay. So Sequoia's next up. Sequoia's really cool. I mean, those trees are insane. I feel like I enjoy redwood more, but I think Sequoia is still a C+ category. Pretty simple. Just right after redwood. If it was combined with Kings Canyon, which it kind of is, but I mean, let's be honest, it's not. Yeah, it would probably be a B, at least. Maybe an A. You show views better than climbers' videos because the drone provides a lot more breathtaking views than a climber hanging off a cliff. Yeah, I think that is definitely something I want to aspire to, is not being a climber or like a mountaineer. Like, a lot of people are like, you want to get into mountaineering? And the answer is yes, but it's also for, I don't want to get into mountaineering to climb Denali or like climb the hardest peaks or whatever. I want to get into it so I can get to places where you can see the coolest views. And actually, somebody mentioned a photographer to me today, and this guy is the epitome of what I want to do. For example, here's a photo here of the border range in Alaska, and he's mountaineering to get this photo, but it's to get this photo. It's to get this amazing view and show off the landscape, not to climb this peak. And actually, yeah, this would be another great thing to dive into on stream. I'm just going to get endlessly sidetracked. But I'm going to ask while we're here, if anybody knows where this mountain is, because he doesn't say the exact locations of his photos. He says it's in the Patagonia fjords. Like, please tell me what this mountain is called, because I really want to see that someday. But again, he's mountaineered up to this you know, I don't know, ridge. He's not climbing the tallest peaks in this area, but he's getting the best view, and that's what I want to do. But anyway, another day once I'm better at traveling. Oh, we got Shenandoah up next. That's interesting. Great Basin is in the A+ category. You need to post this ranking. Yeah, I'm planning on making a video. I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm glad we got some people who are knowledgeable on the East Coast stuff. I think, yeah, Indiana Dunes at D- is reasonable. Yeah, what do we think of Shenandoah? Could you do a ranking of your petroglyphs? I find them amazing to look at. I mean, that's honestly really hard, and there's basically infinite petroglyphs out there. I don't know if I could rank them. Give Sequoia all the love. I just got married there. That's cool. It's your second favorite. Wow. Mostly because it's the only place I've backpacked, but still. Yeah, and I think for a lot of these parks, like they're close to population centers. Sequoia is close to, people living in California, and that's completely fair. Like I have close ties to a lot of the parks in A+ because I live close to them, and that is the reason they're there for me. It's completely objective, or I mean subjective. Yeah, Buckhorn Panel and Sun Raphael Swell is really cool. I love that. That's a classic. Website name. His name is that photographer is Mark Adamus. So just look up his name. Okay. Do a tier list of photosphere contributors. That is the most niche tier list you could ever do. Wow. Shenandoah is one of my favorite on the East Coast parks. Crowded, but very great views. Yeah, is it better than Great Smoky Mountains? I feel like it is, from what I've heard. Less crowded Smokies, yeah. Yeah. I think it's just going to go right above Smokies. Like, I think C-. My family went there without me. They said it was fun. But, yeah. I don't know. Do you need a special use permit to fly drones commercially in national parks? National forests? No, I don't believe so. I don't. It kind of depends on the commercial use. If you have, like, huge drones, like cinema drones, they usually have more restrictions. But, like, tiny little less than 250 gram ones, I don't think so. I live in Ohio for what it's worth. Man, you're really arguing for these East Coast parks, but I'm gonna stay strong on them. I was talking up the Wind River Range, but I also put in the Sawtooth Range. Yeah, Sawtooths are close to home for me. I think Great Smoky Mountains is significantly better than Shenandoah. Interesting. Okay, well, I don't know then, because people are saying both things, so I'm gonna leave them right next to each other and C-. Yeah. Okay, Theodore Roosevelt. A lot of people last time were saying it's super underrated. Let's go look at it. I think it's, I don't know. I think it's pretty unique. Like, a lot of the Great Plains are destroyed. The fact that this is preserving a small portion of them. I also love bison. Wherever there's bison, I tend to favor. And I think it's really cool because it preserves a part of the American West that's, like, pretty much lost. The idea of this being the American West. Because now it's, like, the mountains and the red rock and the deserts. But, this used to be the frontier. It was the Great Plains before it kind of shifted to California. And I don't know, I think that's cool. I don't know how much there is you could do here, and like I don't know, obviously it's not the most stunning place, but it does have that I don't know, ethos that I think everything else misses out. I mean, Badlands comes close, but I don't know, I haven't been here though. I think the intact prairie is pretty cool. I'm going to put it near Badlands. Like, I think a lot of people said it was better than Badlands, so I don't know, or maybe C+, like top of C+. I just haven't been there. Yeah. Have you done Everglades or New River Gorge yet? Yeah, New River Gorge is a C plus. A lot of people said that one was pretty good, and then Everglades I have in B minus. I'm in East Coast and I support your view. Yeah, I mean I'm admitting that I'm biased for West Coast, but I'll tell East Coasters why. And yeah. Yo, thank you.
At Spicy Me Metazee super chatted $5.
I love that I
Joining
said
late
that.
cheers dude, FYI Humboldt Redwoods SP would be great for the state park vid. Hate to say it, but by far and away better than the NPIMO.
Okay, yeah. People last time were talking about doing a state park video, that state parks that are as good as national parks or near. Yeah, I definitely agree. Cuz I mean with the redwood stuff, it's all the same over there. You know, whether it's a national park redwood forest or a state park redwood forest, I mean, it's not going to be that much different. So, yeah, that's definitely a good point. Let's see. Were landscapes like this destroyed by farming? Yes, AT424. If we go look at the Midwest, pretty much everything from the Rockies, everything from the Rockies east is cultivated. Obviously not everything, but like if you zoom in, I mean, look at that. All you can see is farm forever. There's not very much public land over here, and there are occasional like areas where it's not farmable, and that will get left alone. But for the most part, it's almost entirely cultivated. A lot of the species there are very, not doing well because it's just gone. I mean, that's the breadbasket of America right there. So, yeah, which is why Theodore Roosevelt National Park is pretty cool. Where'd it go? It's right here ish. You can see that it's surrounded by farms, but because these badlands here are, not easy to farm, it got left alone and turned into a national park. More impressive old growth in the state park. Towards the next Maverick stop.
Jacob McGough 5121 super chatted $6.77 towards the next Maverick stop.
Thank you. I do make a lot of Maverick stops, and going to Arizona, I think there's going to be there's a bunch of Mavericks on the way down to Arizona over spring break that I will be stopping at. I don't know if they are in Arizona though. Yeah. Let's not get talking about destruction of natural ecosystems because that's way too annoying to talk about. Okay, Virgin Islands. Where are the Virgin Islands? I've correctly guessed where every other island park is. I feel like they're probably Caribbean. So this is another that would probably fall into water park. I was correct. Yeah, I don't know. This is preserving, let me put in national park. This is preserving some coral ecosystems and tropical forests, which is always great. I think it's just going to be kind of similar to the other ones, though. This does look a little more substantial than, the American Samoa. I think this island is just bigger. I'd imagine the park is bigger. But also a lot more popular here. I mean, this is Vacation City. But, yeah, I think not having been there, I'm just going to keep it close to all the other kind of ecological parks that are somewhat destroyed but still there. Yeah. Any guess on where the furthest east Maverick is? That was a great question. It's got to be Colorado. Corn Basket, yeah. Yeah, Utah does have some very strong state parks compared to pretty much every other state. What was the drone incident? That was in my Bora video. It was when Martha and I were hiking in the dark at probably 4 or 5 a.m. to get up Bora. And in pitch black darkness, what sounded a lot like a drone flew slowly right over us, maybe 50 feet up. And I heard some people saying, oh, that's a Nighthawk. And I've heard a million nighthawks. It was not a nighthawk. It was not a bird. It was not a bird because it was moving quite slowly, and I fly my drone. I literally flew my drone that day, and it sounded exactly the same. Like it was an aircraft of some sort. I do not think it was a animal. So that was the drone incident. Voyageurs. So we've ranked Al Royale. I feel like Voyageurs is kind of like the counterpart. Let's see, it's like right here, right? Thank you guys for all the super chats. Wow.
At Georgie Jog 9904 super chatted $5. Your videos are great. My favorite Resent video was the desert peak past the mud flats. That looked hard.
It was hard. It was tough. It's kind of funny, like that video got a lot of hate. I was kind of surprised. I got a lot of flack for that one, but I'm glad people enjoyed it too. People were really upset about me calling that the most isolated mountain range, but I would still argue that it is, at least in terms of topography. And I'm actually probably gonna make a follow-up video to that Desert Peak video, just because it sparked so many people getting upset with me. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was really cool. It was super unique. I've never done anything like that. And yeah, the views were good, and I really want to go back. Like that was the sort of thing you have to do. You can't just do once. Could have been a LiDAR drone doing a topo survey, maybe, but at 4 a.m. in the dark, like, I don't think so. Because whoever is running that would be at work, and nobody works at 4 a.m. for no reason. Where in AZ are you planning on going to? I'll answer that question in a sec. Yeah, the mud flats weren't painful. Well, the cold was a little painful. I don't know. It was tough. Olympus Mons, isn't that on Mars? Okay, so Voyageurs though seems pretty awesome to me. I really am like, I want to get into exploring this part of the U.S., this kind of Canadian Shield area. I've talked about Boundary Waters on my channel before, and I think Voyageurs is kind of just more of the same. It seems cool. I think this is probably like a solid B+ park, based on my opinions that I haven't formed yet because I haven't been there. I'm going to put it at like, yeah, B+. I like how you explained why it's the most remote and people still got mad. Yeah, I didn't do a good job. I really, when I was editing the video, I was like, I really need to put a voiceover in saying that I don't think this is the most remote or the most isolated, like, and just stopping at isolated. I thought they were the most isolated by topography, and I did not explain that when I was filming very well, and then I just got lazy because I had school, and I was like, I want this video done, so I didn't write out an extra voiceover and film and record it to explain why, yeah, I'm talking about a qualifier to isolated. Like, my definition of isolated was by topography, and partially ecology too. And yeah, so that was on me. I did see it coming. I was like, people are going to get upset with me. But then I just got lazy and didn't talk about it. So that's my bad. And I think I'm going to make a, most isolated mountains of the United States video, because thinking of other qualifiers, like there's also in terms of population or difficulty to reach, which that would be some Alaskan ranges, or there's like, I don't know, geologically, like you could talk about geologic time. There's a bunch of, you can tie isolated to a bunch of adjectives and make like really cool discussions. So I might do that. Anyway, yeah, don't get me started on that. Using east pretty loosely. Yeah, I always use east loosely. That's my bad. Voyageurs has no admission fee. Oldest exposed rock. Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. Maybe they don't want to disturb anyone. I doubt it. But I don't know. East of the Rockies. Yeah. That's east to me. It's been a fire couple months with you. I hope you continue to grow and expand your travels to other countries. Yeah, other country travel is like top of my list of goals for the channel. But yeah. Yeah, speaking of Luke Rockwalker's question, I'm going to be going through Petrified Forests, through the Navajo Reservation, which I won't film, and then kind of through this corridor here to Globe. And then I might stop at the Sierra Ancho Wilderness, and then I might try to summit Mount Humphreys, depending on the weather. We'll see. No, I just thought it was funny that you were talking to another chatter about East, because I've gotten flack in my videos too for calling like Minnesota East. People are like, that's not East. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, it is to me. It's Midwest, I know. Okay, White Sands National Park. This one, super unique. I mean, I don't know many places on Earth where you can see white sand dunes like that. But at the same time, not a ton to do. It's kind of a one-dimensional park. So I feel like this is another C+, B- area. I'm gonna put it in C+. Especially with the fact that it's like on a missile range and you have to be careful with that. I find that really annoying. And they've like paved over it and stuff. I also kind of find that really annoying. I wish it was left untouched and like, I don't know. It's cool. Really, really unique. I mean, where do all the people go? Yeah, this one spot down here. Because you're probably not allowed to go anywhere else. But that is weird. I mean, what? Yeah, that is weird. I can't wait to see this when I go to New Mexico. White sand. Yeah, it looks like snow. That's really cool. Yeah, that deserves C+ just for that. Oh my gosh, is this Paul P? No, it's somebody else. Ichio Asunuma. Well, let me tell you, bro, you do not need to make that many photospheres. Yeah, I don't know. Congrats on never heard of you, but congrats on 100K. Well, thank you. If you've never heard of me, how are you in the stream? Okay. Wind Cave National Park. I kind of touched on this earlier. Wind Cave is really cool, but I just think Carlsbad is the cream of the crop for the cave national parks. I don't know where it would compare to Mammoth Cave. I've been to Wind Cave. It was really cool. It's one of the older parks. Again, it kind of preserves a tiny bit of like Midwest that, is kind of few and far between these days. Where is it exactly? Let's find out. It's probably in the Black Hills, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's a cool area. You can really combine this one with Badlands and Devil's Tower and have a pretty awesome road trip. And yeah, I think it's C. Is that fair? Why do we have an AI bison, bro? Is that not AI or is that just way over edited? Because this is what it looks like on top. Yeah, I'm gonna say C+. C+ on Wind Cave. Year, Mammoth. I don't know how they compare. Maybe we need to move some C pluses into B-. I don't know. We'll think about that in a minute. Humphreys Peak hike is crazy popular. Is it in the winter, though? Because it just dumped snow there, and I'm planning on doing it in a week. That's my question. I want to do a mountaineer Humphreys Peak with crampons and stuff. Because I just got some. What other countries are you thinking about? I already got the idea that you're usually interested in the most remote possible places. But yeah, when you go global scale, you have a lot of options for remote places. So that's not my first qualifier because it's all over the place. Speaking of which, you gotta get down to Mexico. I am going to Mexico in 2 months. But anyway, I would say my number one countries I want to visit are Peru, like Argentina, Chile, and then Saharan countries like Algeria and Chad. Those are long shots, though. And then maybe like Saudi Arabia, Norway, China has a ton of cool stuff. I don't know what traveling there would be difficult. And then New Zealand and some more of Australia. So yeah, a lot of places. Like, I don't know. The world is an amazing place. Pretty much every country has something cool, especially the larger ones. Mexico, oh man, like the area around Monterrey, those mountains are ridiculous. Speaking of which, that photographer I was showing you has some crazy photos of that area. But yeah, I will be going to Baja Sur, so excited about that. Okay, Wrangell-St. Elias National Park. This Alaskan park, to me, is an A+. It's extremely hard to do things there. Like, there's a couple of tourist things you can do as, like, a normal person. And then beyond that, you need to be doing mountaineering expedition, pretty much. Or just, it's ridiculous. It has the largest wilderness area. It's got insane mountains. It's like 50% ice probably. And yeah, the only thing people do there is they go fly to McCarthy or drive, and then they go to the Kennecott mines and like walk on this one glacier. That is Wrangell-St. Elias for most people. That is what I have done. But it's a huge park, and it's one of those where, unlike Glacier Bay, I would say there's a lot more insane mountaineering destinations that you could do. There's also this glacier there, this Piedmont Glacier that I love looking at on Google Earth. There's insane lagoons filled with icebergs. I mean, you could just go do the standard Alaskan backcountry trip. It's a crazy place. I think it rivals Denali in terms of extremeness and remoteness. It probably is way more remote than Denali. I mean, the people that have summited Mount St. Elias, where is it? It's like right here, are much fewer than Denali, way fewer, and it's way harder. So it's the true gem of Alaska, I think. It's got more prominence, I think. It just rises from the ocean up, like 19,000 feet. It's a crazy place. And I'm not going to lie, I probably won't ever be doing any of those things I mentioned here because, again, you need to be like that one photographer doing crazy mountaineering trips. And I hope to one day be doing that, but I'm going to stay humble and realize that probably not. You need insane amounts of money to finance that kind of stuff, and it's hard. But I would like to do more. And I think of all the places that's truly wild still, truly will kill you, it's Wrangell-St. Elias. So that's an A to me. It's not an S, or it should be an S. Maybe it should be. I just said I thought it was cooler than Denali. Yeah, that's true. It's S. Okay. Speech over. In the deep snow would be cool for Humphreys. Yeah, that's my plan. I don't know. I'm going to give it a shot. It probably won't happen this year. Yeah, I also went to Jewel Cave. It's very similar. I think it's really cool. It's like a different flavor of Wind Cave. Yeah, Jewel Cave was great. I don't remember which I liked more. It was a while ago, but yeah, I just remember that road trip was epic. It's a great road trip. Just hit all those places. Do you ever think about doing a meetup with subscribers? Not at the moment. I'm just not the place to plan something like that. But I do see subscribers out in the real world sometimes. And if you ever see me walking on a trail, feel free to say hi. Zachary Coleman, 100K, here we come. Dude, we made it. We made it. Crazy. Zach's been there with me since the beginning. Isn't the biggest park Death Valley? See, that is lower 48 talking. No, it's Wrangell-St. Elias. Wrangell-St. Elias is the biggest wilderness. Here, what is the largest? Wrangell-St. Elias. 13 million acres. There's like one road. Larger than Switzerland. Combines 3 major mountain ranges. It is by far more remote, and there's more crazy mountains than Switzerland. Like, I know the Matterhorn, the Swiss Alps are insane, but they're also covered in gondolas. Like, the true mountains are in Alaska, in Wrangell-St. Elias. Yeah, probably one of the hardest mountaineering destinations in the U.S. as well. yeah, Death Valley is a tenth of the size. Wrangell is different, man. It's different. I was really lucky to fly over there. I flew from, I think, Chitna here. Yeah, I think we flew from there to McCarthy, and I remember just looking out the side of the plane and being like, "Oh my God, like this is what the Earth looked like before people, and it still looks like that." I just was. It was weird. It was like watching a Nat Geo documentary, but I was actually seeing it with my own eyes, and it felt not real. It was weird. Yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll do a sub hike sometime. What's the most underrated road trip in the West? I have no idea, but probably something in New Mexico, because I'd say like I don't know what the most popular road trip is, or an Idaho road trip. I don't know. That's a great question. Death Valley is the largest in lower 48. Gonna be honest, I've been zoned out of the stream trying to find the Patagonia Spire ever since you mentioned it, dude. Keep chugging. Like if you find that, you will be my hero. I looked it up. I couldn't find anything about it. I'm pretty sure he's never gonna tell anyone where that was. You probably have to know the right person to know where that spire is, and it's gonna be impossible to find on Google Earth because, I mean, he said Fjordlands of Patagonia. Like you have 2 billion peaks to choose from, and the Google Earth imagery just isn't good enough to find it. But I don't know. Maybe we'll get lucky, and it actually is a named peak that we can find. But who knows where it is? It could be anywhere through all of this stuff. You guys keep looking. Someday we'll find it. I want to do. I was saying this once we finish the maybe in a future stream to look through that guy's photos and just try to find the places, because I found a couple earlier. I got distracted and I started looking, and it was really fun. Yeah, Patagonia's on another level, and same thing with the coast ranges. This guy goes to the craziest places. That photographer is crazy. Like he was doing backpacking trips up in this stuff, and the coast range is just gnarly. I'm probably not going to go too much further past the random point because I just don't have time. I have to be back for class. I'm going to do more Arizona trips, though, in the future. The fire tower honestly scares me. Yeah, I think, I don't know if I went there. Black Elk Peak, yeah, would be cool. Yeah, no, I haven't been there. Never mind. Anyway, let's stop getting sidetracked. So easy. We're almost done. Oh, here we go. Yellowstone. Okay, Yellowstone to me, it feels like on the surface it should be like Arches or the Tetons or Glacier where it's overrun. And it is. The main roads are overrun. But the great thing about Yellowstone is it's huge. It's one of the bigger parks in the lower 48. And most of it is still really remote. It's got probably the most remote area in the lower 48. At least distance from roads, which is a great metric. Yeah, it's got some crazy parts of the Absarokas. Just a bunch of high forest full of actual intact ecosystems, or at least mostly intact. Really cool formations. I mean, going geyser hunting would be kind of neat. Just trying to find some stuff off the beaten path. Obviously, you even got canyons. You got canyons and mountains all next to each other, and bison and grizzlies and elk and wolves. Yeah, it's the pinnacle. It was the first for a reason. And even though, yes, the main road is a hellscape, and I don't like that at all, I'm really excited to get off the beaten path in the future and explore some of the more remote places in Yellowstone. It's got to be an S. For sure. And you can also go at non-busy times of the year. Yeah, Yellowstone's. And also, I've been doing a lot of research on the Snake River Plain, and just all the fact that there's a hot spot under the North American plate here is, I think we take that for granted. Like, it is responsible for so many cool things. I mean, it's responsible for the Snake River Plain. It's responsible for a lot of my favorite landscapes out here in southwest Idaho and Oregon and all that. It's responsible for the path of the Snake River. I was reading a paper about. It's it's responsible for this high point, this bulge in the crust. I mean, yeah, it's really cool. Hope maybe you can hear my roommate singing in the background. I'm not gonna drop out of college. I'm almost done with my degree, Sean. But I can see why some people might. But I might as well just finish. It sucks doing both at the same time. Yeah, Yellowstone's where that one bit of crime is legal. Okay, Yosemite. I remember as a kid, Yosemite was my favorite place on earth. I remember Half Dome was my favorite hike I ever did. But I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of fallen down for me. I think Yosemite's still really cool, but it just kind of doesn't have the same thing as Yellowstone does, where it has that true wilderness quality. Obviously, there's the Yosemite wilderness, but it's full of backpackers. I mean, it's just one of the most popular places on earth to go backpacking. It's, every California, that's their favorite place. And, yeah, it's really busy. It is so busy. And the most iconic features, I mean, driving into Yosemite Valley for the first time is a crazy experience. I won't deny that. So, I don't know where to put it. Thank you so much, Chris Carroll. I'm very happy about the 100K. What were your realistic expectations with YouTube? Man, not this. I will tell you that much. I mean, at the beginning at least, I was just hoping for a couple of thousand views a video. Have you ever been to the top of Half Dome? Yeah. I did it as a kid, and like I said, it was the most insane thing I'd done at that point. I loved it. I had a great time. Would I do it again? Only in the correct circumstance. But just the Yosemite Valley just makes me sad now. And a place that makes me sad cannot be S or even A tier, right? It's just a sad place. It's trashed. And it's iconic, too. So I don't know. I remember standing here at the base of El Capitan and being like, wow, that's crazy. And you can do some cool backcountry stuff. But to me, it's just not as authentic as other parks like Yellowstone, because you're going to be in Cat Hole City. There's 1,000,002 people up there still backpacking. I don't know. Yosemite is one of the coolest places on earth, but in its current state, it's not an S tier. So I think I'm going to put it in B, but it's like it's just a depressing B. Depressing B. I just with its current state, oh man, it's awful. It's awful. I don't know. Look at all those people, man. I don't like it when a park begins to draw so many people that the area itself is harmed. And that the rangers working there are just suffering, basically. I don't know. It's a tough spot to rank for me, because it does have that same nostalgic quality as some of the other parks, like Capitol Reef or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. It's a magical place. I don't know. Maybe I'll put it in A. It's not gonna get S. It's not gonna get S. I'll put it in A minus. Yeah, it's kind of like Grand Teton. It's not as bad though. I feel like the crowds at Yosemite are worse. Yeah, Yellowstone in October can still be bad sometime. following people picking up their garbage. Yeah. It's just sad. It's so sad. And I want the S and A plus tier parks. They're not sad places. They're beautiful places that still inspire you. And I feel like Yosemite can inspire you, but it doesn't really anymore for me. Okay. Last one, Zion. This is a great contrast to Yosemite because I think for me, Zion is very similar, but somehow it's not as bad. Like the crowds are still horrendous in Zion, but in my opinion, like, say for example with Yosemite, the best things to do there is to do Half Dome, to see El Cap. You know, the stuff that's popular is the best stuff to do there, I think. The best stuff to do in Zion, I don't think is the most popular. Like, I've done the Narrows and I've seen the main canyon. I think doing some crazy expeditions onto some of these mesas and my time in Kolob canyons, it's just not as busy. And it's, in my opinion, just as good as the main canyon. The main canyon has a couple things that are just unbeatable, namely the Great White Throne, and kind of the view right here on this bend is my favorite. And yeah, it's awful with all the people, but I just I think they manage it better with the buses, like only allowing you to go up there on a bus. I think that really helps. Whereas cars are all over Yosemite, and then like a lot of this stuff is just unreachable. Whereas in Yosemite, I feel like you can kind of backpack all over the place and kind of get around. But like, who's going to Phantom Valley? Who's getting to the top of Incline Temple? Which these are places that would have unreal, otherworldly, like, it's the only place on earth that would have that view. Like, oh man, yeah, this temple would be great. And like, probably barely any people have ever been up on top of this thing because you'd have to do some crazy stuff. And I like that it still has this mystic quality, that this idea that there's still places in Zion that are somehow untouched. Obviously, people have probably been everywhere, but even like we were looking at this canyon here. Who gets up to this canyon? Probably nobody. I don't know. I think there's a lot of stuff in Zion that's just as cool as their best features that you can experience off the beaten path. Whereas with Yosemite, I feel like most of the wilderness has got trails over it. I mean, people are hiking every single peak, going to every single lake. It's not as rough a terrain. Like, as weird as that sounds, canyon country is just way harder to get through than mountain country. And that results in Yosemite getting a little more overrun. And there's still places where you could get away from people in Yosemite. I'm not saying that it's not possible, but it's a lot harder. And I don't think these little granite features up here compare to El Cap, whereas I would say the massive sandstone walls of Kolob canyons are pretty much just as cool to me as, I don't know, the West Temple. They're much more equal, in my opinion. Same thing with all these huge walls over here that barely anybody gets up to. So yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm thinking this is the best sandstone on Earth, and you can't beat that. I think it's a low S, maybe like high A plus, just due to, again, the sad state of the main canyon just being super busy. But I think it's managed better than almost any other small park, in my opinion. That's what I think. Yeah, Subway's limited. I've never done it, but I've heard it's great. And like, comparing that to Half Dome, I feel like Half Dome would be comparable. Well, Half Dome's comparable to Angel's Landing. They're both like terrible, but I just don't think Angel's Landing is the only thing to do, because Angel's Landing is what, right? Here, right? To me, climbing Angel's Landing is cool, and a lot of people do it, right? Is this Angel's Landing? I'm not incorrect in that. Yeah. You could do this if you figured it out. You could do a crazy ridge hike like that anywhere out here. There's wild ridges out here, man, with crazy sandstone views that are probably pretty comparable to Angel's Landing. I mean, what is going on here? That looks cool. Little glade up on the side of a cliff. And I think if you wanted to figure out that, you could. But when it comes to Half Dome, I don't think you can match that as easily. I don't know. Yeah, that's just how I feel about it, I guess. A lot of people would disagree. So yeah, there's the full national park tier list. What do you guys think? I will make a video documenting this in the future, but it's gonna be a little bit before that happens. You're good. I mean, you can just put your come in. 100K live stream.
Let's go. Yeah, I saw that. I was watching your live stream. It popped up on my feed.
Yeah. So yeah, I think since the tier list is done, I want to go watch like maybe just skip through one of my first videos just to celebrate the 100K. Let me look at some comments real quick though. What do you think about the recent decision for some parks to cancel their timed entry reservation systems? Oh, they did? I think the timed entry is a great thing. Like, I think you need to accept the reality that these parks are busier than many, like probably the most busy places in America in terms of tourism, and just do timed entry. Like, it's public land, but at the same time, public land still has rules. So if the rules are getting trashed because there's an unlimited amount of people in the park, like, I think you have to limit it. And correct me if I'm wrong, but are the timed entries still free? Like, as long as it doesn't cost more money, I don't think it's a problem at all. Yosemite is so close to big cities, Zion is not. The crowds that go to Zion usually want to appreciate the place versus using it as a weekend getaway. That is true. I think they still have a similar demographic of like international travelers, though. Yosemite and Zion next to each other are perfect. I personally think Zion is worse because it's all in a tiny valley without full parking lots and trams. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think Zion is just a valley. Still dissing on Cuyahoga Valley. Yep. Well, there's the tier list. That was really, really fun to make. I didn't think it was going to take so long. You guys made it very interesting. I don't know. I might move stuff around. And obviously, once I visit all the parks, I'm definitely going to have some different opinions based on my experiences. So I think timed entry causes some people who won't plan not to go, and that's a good thing. Yeah, I think if you want to see these incredibly busy things, like putting in a little bit of planning is, a good thing. Yeah, I think timed entry is good. But, all right. Okay, let's go look at, let's go on to my channel here and look at my very first video. I want to watch it back. Wow, it says 100K. That's crazy. I wonder if it's like, I don't know, we're getting into some kind of loopy scenarios here where I'm watching a video on a channel that I'm streaming from, so it's a little bit weird. But oldest videos, I don't know if you guys have ever seen these. Probably not many of you. But I kind of deleted a couple. But basically this video right here was the first video I specifically made for the channel. The very first thing I did was I posted a couple shorts just to like make sure everything was working. Oh yeah, I'll show you guys the S tier again real quick. Here's S tier. Canyonlands, Grand Canyon, North Cascades, Katmai, Denali, Olympic, Wrangell-St. Elias, Yellowstone, Zion. Lassen is still A in my heart. Yeah, I might feel that way after I go there, but I'm just not positive yet, so I'm leaving it in B+. Yeah. All the ranges in the U.S. and Canada, of all the ranges in the U.S. and Canada, what was the most impressive? I thought the Canadian Rockies were on a whole different level. Of the places I've been to, yeah, probably the Canadian Rockies. If I'm talking like just ranges of the of North America, probably the Coast Range. Like these mountains they will kill you. They are impossible to traverse. Road snacks, yay! Thank you so much.
At Misbati super chatted $5. Road snacks on us.
Thank you so much. What should I get? I'm currently eating a ton of almonds lately. But I don't know. Either the Alaska range or just all this kind of conglomerate of coast ranges they're ridiculous. But then there's also like the Mackenzie Mountains. Yeah, I don't know. That's almost an impossible question. There's so many good places. I prefer to talk about like I just think when you're talking about mountains of North America, you can't have a best. It's just kind of hard. There's best of certain little aspects, I guess. But just overall, I don't know. Okay, so yeah, I posted this. This was a trip I really wish I got to film for the channel. I got to float the Colorado River through Canyonlands National Park. That was amazing. Really, really fun. And this was just one morning. And I just didn't have my GoPro yet. I didn't have any things. I was kind of planning on making the channel, but it didn't end up coming together in time. But that was a really, really fun trip. Here's Martha and I. And then what else we got? This is the crown jewel of my herping career in Idaho. It's a long-nosed snake from Idaho. Still proud of that. What else do I got here? Some skiing. This was out at Lake Powell. And then, yeah, I filmed this short on, like, our first trip. And that was this video. But, actually, I want to see what my skiing video looked like. I posted this video because... oh, we got my God. But anyway, yeah, I posted this because I was testing out my GoPro.
Getting on the lift footage.
It was really.
Go off this little ramp here.
This was probably
some big air here.
Oh shoot! What's wrong with the audio? Oh shoot! I don't know what's going on with the audio. Let's see. I don't know. Is it from my browser? Is it from this? Like, can you hear the video? Like, I'll keep it down.
Have you ever heard of the Little Grand Canyon?
Yeah, it's probably just a video.
Well, me neither. Not until my friend told me to go and visit it on my trip to southern Utah. And he was right. Apparently, there is a massive canyon system that's hidden in the San Rafael Swell region of central Utah.
But anyway, this was a really fun trip where I did go. Someone mentioned that buckhorn panel. We went and saw that along with some other petroglyphs. Sorry, I'll just like skip through the video. I won't play the video because I suck at figuring out the audio. You thought my mic got blasted with static. Might need to unsubscribe because I only follow small YouTubers. Well, that's a shame. But anyway, yeah, that panel was really cool, and we just had a great time hiking in this canyon. And this video did very, very surprisingly well for me. And the audio crowds out your mic. Okay, it's not playing anymore, right? Like, you guys can hear me now? Go over there for a sec. But yeah, it did really well, and that kind of gave me the confidence to keep going because a lot of the the subsequent videos to this one did not get, I think it had like 17,000 views when I first posted it in a couple weeks, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can do this. I can be consistent. And I mean, this was just a great video. It's still louder. I'm not playing a video anymore. Is something wrong with my audio? Can you still hear video stuff? Like, I'm looking at my stream setup and it doesn't say there's any sound playing outside of my mic. Did I mess up my mic? I don't know. Wait, let me listen to myself real quick. Okay, it sounds fine to me now. What did it sound like? I'm curious. Oh yeah, it just... Interesting, it played the video sound. I thought I had it muted. Yeah, that totally drowned out my mic, didn't it? That's funny. Okay. You guys got to enjoy the, oh my god. Okay, yeah, chat delay. My bad. Okay. Yeah, let's go back in the history archives here. Because then these videos did all right too, and then I remember around here, like these have 4K now, but at the time they got like 100 views, and I was like, oh no, this isn't gonna be consistent. And I was just worried because I thought I was just kind of over. You know, as you make videos, like one does good and you're like, oh, this is great, and then as the second one doesn't do good, it just turns it all off, all that positivity. Yeah, the chat just probably has a large delay. My computer's struggling. That's what I'm excited to hopefully do is upgrade my stream setup in the future. But still, I had a lot of fun making this bushcraft video. This is kind of my outdoor boys video that I tried to make. I ranked the Utah national parks in my dorm room. That's pretty funny looking. I just want to click on this. Like, oh my gosh, I would never do this now. Just show my dorm room background. That's pretty funny. Sitting in front of the camera. I only did that one time. I still think I agree with the rankings in here. Maybe not, though. Oh, we have even some of you in here. Candace, I saw that you've been commenting. Yeah, that one did not do good. So that kind of taught me, like, you know, YouTube isn't all easy. And then this video got me to 1,000 subscribers. That was super exciting. It just kind of blew up. Just got 40K overnight, pushed me to 1,000, and from then on, I was monetized and stuff, and that was really cool. Or I guess I got it to it over here. And then, yeah, here's my Wind Rivers videos. These were really fun to film. Also, Daryl, thank you for watching. See you later. 100K, Martian Wasteland. Yes, sir. And then it all changed when I posted this video. So this video did unusually good. Backpacking into the secret section of Zion. That's Kolob Canyons area. And it did unusually good, but not like anything I hadn't done before. And then this one I made while I was sick, over like winter break. I was like, I'm gonna talk about Idaho's national parks because there aren't any. That's why that strip of Yellowstone. They don't have any of their own national parks, and that video blew up. And then this one, ultra blew up. And then from then on, it was just a completely different story. And yeah, kind of the rest is history. Just been doing more of the same since then, and hopefully that continues. So yeah, that's kind of the history of my channel. From 0 to 100. Wow, that's crazy. I still really like all these videos, so if you haven't watched them, I'd recommend them. I put a lot of effort into those as well. I just didn't know how to. I mean, I just didn't have the momentum yet. So. And of all the Martha fans in the chat, she featured heavily in a lot of these videos too. Because we were doing every trip together. Now we kind of do our own trips sometimes, but back then we did almost everything. together in terms of trips. Okay. History of the channel over. Let's do some Google Earth research now. Specifically, let's look at this guy's photos and try to figure out where places are, because I am kind of obsessed with these photos at the moment. I found this one because he actually did include the name. This is the Devil's Thumb. And yeah, I'm sort of obsessed with this mountain now. I kind of want to see it. It's in Alaska. And yeah, wow, that is a ridiculous photo. This guy is really, really good. I can't imagine trying to get there. The Zion video was the first one I saw of you. That's awesome. Yeah, that was when it kind of turned. I feel like the algorithm started recognizing me. The PC part prices lately, that's not happening anytime soon. Yep, I'm just going to keep streaming off my MacBook. Probably. Until it gets awful. I've still got to get to Canyonlands, Needles to hike Druid Arch and Tresler Park. Yeah, the Druid Arch hike is one of the best on Earth. Didn't know you had done the Oregon coast. I'll be there for 12 nights in May. We'll have to check out your video. Yeah. No. Yeah, I went to Yucats in one of the videos. It was great. You gotta get me in another feature. Yeah, Ryan featured in one of those early videos. Yeah, we gotta do something on it. Dawson Pass and Glacier is the best day hike I've ever done. Saw 5 people in 19 miles. That's pretty good. In Glacier. Congrats and hello from Sweden. Hello, Felix. That is a very Swedish name. I like that. So anyway, this is the Devil's Thumb. Oh. My roommate just screamed, sorry. Yeah, that is, where is it? Devil's Thumb, right there. There's actually 2 mountains listed as Devil's Thumb on Google Earth. This one is also, well, maybe not. Earlier, this was popping up as Devil's Thumb too. They both look ridiculous, but I think this is the one that he photographed. And it was from this angle, which I don't even know where he was standing. Like, he must have been probably, sorry, my roommates are screaming. I don't even know if my door is closed. Anyway, I think he was probably standing here. I don't know, let's check. Well, maybe not. Well, because this bump here seems to be Ryan is telling my roommates to shut up. That's funny. I don't know what that other mountain is. Like, it could be this one too. I'm really not sure. I have no idea, because I don't think the elevation is really accurate out here, or it's not showing it right. Well, I think it's got to be from here, right? I don't know. Anyway, so I found that one, but this guy's got a lot of other cool photos that we can look at. Sorry, Chad, I didn't mean to scream. Do you know the POV channel? I've talked to him a couple times, but I've never met him. He's super cool, though. Yeah, that one mountain in, however you say that, national park, yeah, like Mount Thor. I just looked through Patagonia for like 20 minutes and couldn't find that crazy needle peak. Yeah, let's look down there for a little bit. I don't think we're going to find it, to be honest, at least not for a long time. I'm probably going to have to actually talk to people who know the area, because I imagine it's probably kind of kept secret. Rocket League P. Yeah, that photo is spectacular. So I'll show you guys the image I'm talking about. He's got it in his personal favorite catalog. This ridiculous spire. So we have some clues. I don't know, maybe I could message like Rainbow about this. I don't know if he'd respond. So we have a kind of dark mountain here that isn't covered by any glaciers. But there are glaciers here all over the place there. I think that's going to be the key to finding this spot, is like finding a dark center among a bunch of glaciers. But I really don't know. There's also this guy that will help. The problem with this is not only is there an unimaginable amount of area to search, Like, the imagery is just not great. I mean, look at this. It's just not preserved very well. I'd assume it's kind of on the edges of one of these, like, ice fields. One of these ice fields. Because clearly got a lot of glacier and deep snow. But it's not in the ice field. Like, I don't think we're going to be in the center area. But, man, I mean, there's just no detail in this imagery. It could be any of these, and we just wouldn't know. Do you do cardio to get ready for climbs? I usually just climb the mountain next to campus to practice. I do run, too. There's a really cool lake. I don't know, this area seems more eroded to me. And I would wager that this is probably near Torres, I don't know how to say this, Torres del Paine or whatever. You think it's too isolated? It's not, obviously it's not the famous peaks, but it could be in this area, like maybe on the backside here. Like these look kind of correct, I guess. They're really rugged. I mean, this might be a spire. No, not. Like, this might be a pretty good ridge there. Look at that shadow. See that? Oh my gosh, look at that. You see that? The shadows are the one place where you can tell how spiky things are. Like, who knows? You know, I don't know if that's it, but we cannot see any detail in this. There's a big dark spot there. I don't know if that's a peak. So, I don't know. That's not Cerro Torres. Oh, my computer is lagging really bad. I'm going to give it a sec so we don't crash. Maybe I'll close the tier list. Yeah, no, that's not Cerro Torres. It's not. I'm butchering that pronunciation. They're not dark like the one in the photo. So, have you ever played GeoGuessr? Yes. I think a stream of GeoGuessr would be great. Okay. Are we done? So look at this. It's a really dark peak. This is dark rock. That actually is probably going to be really helpful in trying to find this. The peak you guys are thinking of is very famous and definitely not the peak in the photo. This is like light granite. It's incredibly popular climbing destination. I mean, just in terms of the world, it's an incredibly popular destination. And yeah, no, this is very different. That's some light colored granite, and it could be near there. I wouldn't be surprised, but this guy seems to get around. Let's see, because I think this dark rock looks right. Like, this is that dark black rock that looks similar, but there's just so many places to search. Because Cerro Torres, right close to here. Yeah, I would wager it's probably here, that spike, because this is probably a lot of light colored granite, as we can see. Don't think it's up there. I would guess more closer to Torres del Paine. Don't know though. He does say Fjordland in the description. The most impressive vertical spire I've ever seen in a lifetime of the mountains. The incomparable Patagonia fjords. Is that a real photo? Yes, it is. His photos are a little over-edited, I'm not going to lie. Some of them. But, I mean, pretty much every photographer does that at this point. But yeah, it's real. Definitely real. So maybe it's over here. I don't know. There doesn't seem to be enough glacier activity. I think we need some major glaciers in the area to find it. Yeah, what's up?
Congrats, big dog.
Thank you.
Sorry for screaming.
No, you're good.
We were tied 5-5 with 3 seconds left, and I own goal.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I'll shut my door, sorry.
You're good. Torre. Yeah, I don't know how to say these words. Torre Egerd. No. Yeah, see, that's granite. Light colored granite. I really think, unless he went crazy with the editing, that this is some darker rock. But I could be wrong. It just looks dark in the background. There is this thing, which looks a little bit lighter in color, so maybe... But I think maybe finding like this peak is going to be the best odds. No, I don't know if there's going to be better satellite at these really remote spots. Maybe. I have a feeling it's on the backside. It definitely is. It's in the Fjordland, so it's on the backside of one of these ice fields. I think I can say that for certain. But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot. There's just so much. I think I don't think you're gonna be able to find on Google Earth. I think you're gonna have to know someone who knows about it. The photo has probably been touched up to make the colors look cooler, but yeah, the place itself is real. Yes, exactly. Yeah, there's also Tierra del Fuego. That is possible. that's the problem. It could be up here. I mean, this guy gets around. I just have no idea. I do know a lot of his photos. I hate the lag. Are in the more temperate rainforest areas of Patagonia, so farther north. Because I think he really likes the kind of, almost jungle aspect next to these snowy peaks. So I would maybe guess that it's up there, given the fact that he's spent more time. Anyway, yeah, it's hard to find. We'll move on. Let's pick an easier target. You've better than USU. Wow. What a take. Yeah, I feel like this is possible as well. Definitely. Maybe I'll message him. He said in his messages, though, he doesn't reply if it's not business. So I'm probably going to have to find some way to, like, I don't know. I don't know. And he probably wouldn't tell me anyway. So let's go to his galleries again. Here's the place in Mexico that I would love to go to that he has photographed a lot. Could you not just ask the dude for the chords? Yeah, I just don't think he would reply. I found this. This is he does say where it is. He says it's Kate's Needle, and that is in Canada, I think. Where exactly? It's around here. Kate's Needle. And so I'm just assuming because of this glacier that's that glacier. And he said this is one of the coolest things he's ever seen on Earth. I don't know. I don't feel like this is his best photo. It's pretty awesome, though. And yeah, I think it's right here. This would be a really hard place to get to. Oh man, the lag. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, if my stream is starting to die, I can just call it soon. Let me know if it's being terrible. Sorry, my Mac struggles. When are you going to trade in the Subaru and get a 4x4 F-150? Probably never. I don't think I want an F-150. If I got anything, I would get a 4Runner or a Tacoma, but I just can't afford that. It's a lot of money. The Subaru is nice, and it gets me most places, and it's, Oh, our dorm Wi-Fi is going a bit nuts because everyone's gaming, so it's not my fault. Yeah, Kate's Needle looks pretty dang cool though. I think it's a great photo. I was surprised he said it's one of his favorite places on Earth, though. Perhaps the most breathtaking of natural compositions I've ever come across in a lifetime dedicated to the mountains. And it most likely has never been photographed before. Wow. Well, that makes me want to go there. This guy is legendary, dude. I mean, I hate landscape photographers that just take the same photo as everyone else. And this guy is not doing that, and I love it. Here's some more Alaskan range, or the border range, boundary range. I'm pretty sure this is probably close to that Devil's Thumb. Again, it's just wild. Oh wait, Electron Impressions. Are you the guy that makes the cool what's it called? It's not glass, but like the lightning things? Yeah, he was showing me that. Wow, that's crazy that you're just watching my channel, dude. That's awesome. Jeep Rubicon would be better than a 4x4. Yeah, I'm not gonna get a Jeep either. I think from everything I've heard from my past couple of years is no Jeep. Here's another tower. This one's in Pakistan. Pretty good tower. I don't know if I would want to go to Pakistan as much, just because I think I would prefer to travel in South America. And Canada and South America both have some crazy towers. But Pakistan would be up there eventually if I ever max out South America, which I don't think would ever happen. How'd you find this photographer? I got a comment about it today, and I was like, oh, I'll check him out. Yeah, Jeeps are great for people who like working on their cars. That's not me. I just want a car that works. I want to work on the car. One of the truly last wild places in Europe, Sarek National Park. What brand of drone do you use? DJI, like everybody else. Nahanni, is that a national park in Canada, if I'm not mistaken? Oh, I gotta show you this other photo that he took. Honestly, of his favorite photos, I don't like, compared to the rest of his work, I'm kind of surprised. This one's legit, though. This is the Mackenzie Mountains. This is probably near the Cirque of the Unclimbables. Again, like that's in Canada. That's where I would love to go instead of Pakistan. Yeah, just get a Toyota and have it for life. I just missed it. What did you miss? RIP DJI Imports. Yeah, I mean, it's like kind of a weird situation with it being a Chinese company and all, but I'm not going to lie. It's been great. It's been great. Here's some of that South American fjord land that he likes talking about in a lot of his photos. Again, I don't understand why this is his favorite photo of that area. I was just looking through his photos from the last year. Yeah, look at this, though. This is 1 year of this guy's travel. He does like 4 Alaskan adventures. This photo has me just in awe. Like, I really want to go to an ice cave now. That is kind of top of my list, especially with glaciers melting. I mean, that has to be one of the best photos he's ever taken, in my opinion. And then he's got he's got so much in a single year. A lot of Alaska, it looks like. And then there's a bunch of South America too. Like this. This is the stuff I was talking about with the cool vegetation. Chile. Anyway, who knows where that spire is? You know, there's a spire. There's spires everywhere. Look at that one right there. I don't need to find that one. I'd spend forever looking for it. Heard you like unexplored valleys. Yes, I do. Oh, you just missed 100K. Well, you know, we're still celebrating. This stream is a celebration. I'm also going to make some celebration videos, so I wouldn't say you missed it. You got here just in time. Forerunners don't have the articulation of Jeep Rubicons for extreme off-roading. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I don't need to do extreme off-roading. I just want to be a little bit more functional than my Crosstrek. My Crosstrek can already do a lot of roads that people take their Jeeps on, and it's like, you know, you don't really actually need that crazy of a car. And then the 4Runner would allow me to basically do anything I wanted because I don't have any care in the world to actually do off-roading. I like wandering on my feet. You should try messaging him. Like I said he doesn't reply to just messages. This guy is world famous, dude. You have to be stinking rich to do as much as this guy does, because I'm pretty sure half of these places he has to helicopter in to get to where he backpacks. I mean, like in this photo he says many attempts to get here, and then finally a difficult helicopter landing plus drones to reach here. I don't even know what that means with the drone stuff, but you know, that is multi-$1,000 stuff right there if it's taking multiple helicopter trips to get here. So this guy's world famous. There ain't no way he's responding to me. Yeah. Oh wow, that's a cool one. I love ice caves, dude. Is there an ice cave over 100 feet high? Where else? Alaska. Man, where is it? I want to know. See, this is the sort of stuff that I'm going to have to, like, I don't know. I would love to do stuff like this. It's just ridiculously expensive and hard. But someday, you know, like 100K is the first step. Maybe if I'm getting the amount of viewers consistently as I've gotten in the last couple of videos, I could do stuff like this. I mean, 100-foot ice cave. How is this not in your top 10 photos, dude? Like, no one is taking photos of this. This guy's ridiculous. This guy is a millionaire. Yeah. Electron Impressions. Been watching your videos for the past few months. Really incredible stuff that I only hope to see in person someday. Have you ever considered storm chasing? I actually have thought about it. I would love to see a real tornado someday. But yeah, I'm glad you enjoy the channel. That means a lot. I think that's so funny that we were watching your videos. We were cutting rocks, and yeah, Ryan was telling me about that. Do you have any ambitions to become a climber, mountaineer? Do you want to stick to scrambling? Yeah, I definitely do, and that's exactly what I was talking about earlier. I want to mountaineer, not to climb mountains, but to be able to see stuff like this and video it. Like this guy photographs it. I want to video it. A view from atop the Boundary Range depicting nameless summits in one of the most remote regions in Alaska. Like that is so cool. No, this is not an old guy. He's doing real mountaineering. He's been doing it for, I think, like 20 years, it said on his website, and that means, yeah, he probably grew up rich and like got started with, I know he grew up in Oregon, got started with landscape photography, went to cool places, got famous, and then, yeah, I mean, he's just built an insane brand, like, and good for him. Like, this stuff is, I've never seen any other photography like this. Because, like I said, most people just go to the Tetons or the Wave and mail it in. They go to Cerro Torre and take the same picture everybody else has taken a gazillion times and sell it to, you know, people in Sun Valley, Idaho. But this guy is actually mountaineering. I mean, this is one of my favorites too. Only in Patagonia fjords will you find sharp peaks and rainforest foliage together like this. Doesn't say where it is. It doesn't matter because it's insane. Like, where the hell is this? I don't know. He says it's Chile. So that's it. That's all you have to go off of. I would wager that this is... Oh, get out of here. Oh, jeez. He's clearly obsessed with the fjord area. There's just so many places it could be. I think... I can't tell if this is a cloud or snow. If it's snow, it's got to be like... Again, I feel like this area is definitely... I said fjordland, right? Patagonia fjords. feel like it's probably here. If I had to just guess, but I don't know. Because we can't see. That's a really pointy peak. But I just hate how the imagery sucks down here in Patagonia. That is a really big tower. But also, who knows, like, how much he's zoomed in. I don't know. Who knows what direction he's facing. But it just, like, I found his page earlier today. And it's already just inspired me so much to the fact that even though our world seems like it's paved over, seems like people have been everywhere, and they have, at the end of the day, like, you can still get to places like this that literally almost no one will know where you were, and, you know, it's just a legendary view that very few people have gotten before. I think that's awesome. I just don't feel like it was here. These are all too... These aren't jagged enough. Maybe we need to go further south. I just don't know enough about Patagonia. Are these jagged? Not quite. They do kind of have that similar look, though. That, like, scarred, bumpy rock. Like, I don't know if you guys... You see this mountain? It looks very similar to these. But there's no, like, standout peaks. Maybe back here. These look a little spikier. Who knows? I don't think I'm going to be finding that one. Let's just try to find photos that he has where it actually says the location. Oh, actually, this doesn't look bad. Because we have trees in the foreground and then grass. I don't know. QT Luong does or did some extreme mountaineering. He's the guy who photographed every U.S. national park in large format. He was a mountaineer before photography. It's cool to see rich people actually do something interesting for once. Yeah, I do respect it. I wish I could do that, you know. That's the ultimate goal. Is this Ty lucky? No, it's Mark Adamus or something. No, I don't think that's Torre Eger either, because that one is very smooth. Get Rainbow to find it. Yeah, that is my best chance, because I know he would actually respond to something like that, because for one, he's a fellow YouTuber, and two, he just, like, loves fun challenges. Like, I don't think the photographer is ever gonna respond and be like, oh yeah, here's where it is, you're welcome, while he's, like, literally every day out of the year probably mountaineering. But yeah, I would have more faith in Rainbow. A message to him. I legitimately might. Yeah. You should DM Colin Haley. He's an extremely skilled climber that's very familiar with Patagonia mountains. Yeah, I don't know. I'm at the point in my channel where I probably could start messaging people. I probably won't do that till I'm done with college. But oh, maybe it's out here. Oh, this stuff looks crazy. This is Patagonia, by the way, for who asked. Somebody asked. Beholden Yeti. Yeah, I would love to start getting, like, guided by professionals so I can learn these crazy skills that you need. Man, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna find that. We're gonna have to look for places he has named, or at least he has some sort of name. Let's look at some new ones. I've already looked at all these. I want to look at some that I haven't seen yet. Let's go with Patagonia and see if he has stuff named. That is cool. So this, I would wager, is probably Oh, maybe not. Patagonia fjords. That means it's on the Chile side, so it can't be Saguaro or anywhere near. Man, stuff like this exists. Like, how have I not seen this? Saguaro is just one of the probably hundreds of towers. Really enjoy your content so much. I live in Moab, Utah. Love all the exposure to the extreme outdoors you have on your channel. Thank you. Appreciate it. Moab, Utah. That's a cool place to live. I know some people. Some of my professors live there, actually. Yeah, summers there would be rough. Do you know what desert fever is? No, I don't. For the spire, it says, I was able to make this image with the drone avoid... Wait, it does? I thought... You're talking about the spire we were talking about earlier? This spire? Where does it say that? Were you talking about something else? I was able to make this image with the drone avoiding a climb through ice towers and avalanches after a full day of hiking all the way from the sea to the land of glaciers. Yeah, could you tell me where it says that? Are you talking about this photo? Because if so, or like where did you get that? I would love to read his comments. Yeah, that adds up because, yeah, I think he's probably on one of these random islands. And then, yeah, flew a drone. Drones are amazing. Like, all of these little guys are probably towers. Yeah, that shadow we found earlier was really spiky. I feel like this is a little too much ice. I mean, we're not going to find it, but... Found the ice cave? Please let me know where that ice cave was. I want to know. It said on the 500 website. Oh, okay. So, okay. He has more stuff. Gotcha. I will make sure to look into that. Yeah, please tell me where the ice cave is. I really want to know. Congrats on 100K. You were the one that inspired me to begin hiking. I was just looking at Google Maps one day, and that led me to and my best friend going on a great hike in England. Washington next for us. Okay. All the way to Washington. That's going to be good. Yeah, that's awesome to hear. I'm really glad you're beginning hiking. I don't know. I feel like everyone on earth can enjoy some outdoors. Like people that haven't done anything outdoors, no matter who you are, I feel like you can enjoy it. Yeah, there are a ton of crazy mountains in Greenland. I'm not going to look at those right now because I kind of want to look at places that I might be able to go to. I would love to collab with Outdoor Boys, but yeah, he has like no DMs anywhere, and I don't think he would respond. I don't know where I found a website selling a tour for it. Could you put the link? It probably says, maybe not. If you can't link it, just tell me like the name of the website or whatever, and I'll look it up because I want to know. Okay, anyway, let's look at some more Patagonia photos. There's Fitzroy. Okay. Charlton. The singular mountain in all of the southern world. Yeah. So this is the popular spot. This is what everyone takes photos of. And I still respect him for not taking the same photo as everyone else and waiting for these cool clouds. Let's see what else he's got. That's a cool photo through ice. Wow. Southern Aurora. Aurora Australis. I don't know what G5KP9 Plus event means. This is from our camp in an extremely remote location that takes 2.5 days from the nearest town to reach by boat, a wilderness beach filled with icebergs. We were incredibly fortunate to have a clear sky the night the event occurred. See, I mean, man, nobody else is doing that. The outdoors are good for the soul. I agree. What else has he got? is this? That is on the Argentina side. You have your package. Do you want me to bring it in or leave it somewhere? Yeah, you can bring it in, Ryan. That's my geology books that I just bought. This is the famous spot. This is the famous spot. Do we got anything else? I love this Chilean side. Oh, she would say where? It is stream relevant. It's geology. It's geology for the Arizona trip and future trips. This looks crazy. A spectacular peak in the most remote region of Patagonia that has yet no name. What? How is that possible? I don't understand how that's possible. Like, everywhere has a name. Random package unboxing vid 1. Yeah, let's do it right now. Backcountry exposure. What's up? Thank you.
Hello, chat. I'm Ryan.
This is Ryan.
I'm the cool one.
Yeah, very cool. Let me open this up. Okay. I should probably stop streaming soon, but I kind of want to look at a couple more of these photos. I have homework and a video to edit. Excited for you guys to see the next video. Okay. All right. Here's what we got. Roadside geology of New Mexico. That one I won't be using for a bit, but, you know, White Sands. I do want to do a New Mexico trip. Roadside geology of Colorado. That one is going to be very fun to read. Roadside geology of Idaho. I have the old edition of this that I used on my Idaho road trip, but Sean Wilsey is actually a geology YouTuber, and he helped write this, so I had to get it. The new edition. And then finally, the one I will use on my road trip. Roadside geology of Arizona. For those of you asking where I'm going, I'm going to be driving. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'll make sure. Oh, yeah, this is hard. I'm going to go through the Navajo Reservation to Petrified Forest National Park, and then through the kind of Mogollon Rim area to Globe, Arizona. And I'll just check out some of the canyons along the way and read about them on the way. So, also, I'm pretty sure we have another YouTuber in chat, too, besides Backcountry Exposure, because Logan Cundiff, I've seen some of your videos. Your videos are awesome. Yeah, like, great job. And the Henry Mountain video was sick. Naming an unnamed peak. That would be a legendary video. I mean, back to this photo. This mountain is insane. It's not only this beautiful triangular facet, but it has like this big chunk on the top sticking up. I mean, that is incredibly unique. How does that not have a name? Why didn't you name it if you were there? I just don't understand how there's a region of Patagonia that doesn't have a name. I don't know. I guess it's just all called Patagonia, but like, where would this be? I'm genuinely so curious after looking at these guys' photos of like, what is the most remote region of Patagonia that he's in? Because we have national parks. It's not possibly that. Like, is it this island down here that has no name on it? Is it up further north, like on the edges of the national parks that just don't get names? I don't know, man. This mountain is insane. Ugh, it makes me mad that he doesn't include the location, but I have to introspect and realize that I don't include the locations for some of my videos. So, yeah, this is how it feels. I understand the angry comments when people are like, I hate it when you don't include the location. You're gatekeeping. And I understand why he's doing this. He's doing this so, you know, he worked for it. I mean, he found that photo. He found that place. He went there. He took the photo. It's fair. But, man, it's like, oh, I want to know so bad. That's sick. Ocean. Lago. Oh, it's the lake. Okay. Viedma. Let's see where this one is. We can actually figure this one out. Those are some crazy spires. Lago Viedma. Okay. There's several. I think they're all the same place. Yeah. So he was probably. See what I'm saying? Like, these do not look as spiky. Google Earth just does not show the spikiness. So he was probably here. Wow. See this? I think that is this. So I think he was here. There's a glacier. Let's see if this looks right. There would have to be some sort of spike coming up right on the other side. I don't know if I see that here, actually. It could also be... No, it has to be on this side because he... Whoa. Maybe it's over here. Like at this camp. No, I feel like there's this big peak that's in front of these other ones. Also, what is going on here? Like, the glacier is going into the lake. And it looks like the lake elevation is higher. Oh, no, it's not. It's just, yeah, terrible imagery. Okay. I mean, if this is at least semi-correct, these mountains are way spikier than they seem. Or it's just further back, like these are the spikes. And yeah, they just don't, I don't know. Those lakes are blue. Wow. That's crazy. Have I ever been to Petrified Forest? Yes, I have. I went, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago. Go to Fitzroy. Yeah, I'd like to see Fitzroy, but I want to see some of these more remote places too. Roadside geology is so goated. Agreed. I have the Oregon one. Are you familiar with the El Potrero Chico, the wall in El Potrero Chico, Mexico? Okay, I will look that up in a minute. Collab with Wilsey would be cool. Yeah, I'm excited for Arizona. I'm not gonna film in Navajo Nation. I might in the future when I like figure stuff out, but I just don't want to mess with it right now. I'm just gonna play it safe and not do that. Oh, it could also be up here. Yeah, this little arm. That's got to be where it is, right? Because he was on, the I don't know, starboard starboard side of the lake. He's looking at the mountains, so that means he has to be on one of these right sides. So he could be up here on a beach. Oh, yeah, wait. There's this big bump here. That doesn't look quite right, though. No, that doesn't look right. These look much spikier, though. Like, could that be that? I don't know. Or if he's looking this way. Ooh, yeah, I think this is right. Because maybe this mountain is this mountain. And he's looking like right here-ish, this beach. I don't really see that bump. It could be out of view. Like maybe he's pointing right here. No, that doesn't seem right either. I don't know, man. Onyx is probably not good in South America. This is That's not Cerro Norte, is it? Oh, it is that. Okay, so this is Cerro Norte, North Mountain. So that is right there. I don't understand. Yeah, that's crazy. That does not look like spires. I don't even know. I'm confused at this point. I think it must be. Oh god. Like about this view then, because that was in the center. Yeah, I don't know. This is hard. I don't know how Rainbolt does it. I do not know. What does this one look like? It's not going to show the mountain. Okay. That's a pretty sweet photo. Probably is a little bit more popular than I realized. Wow. That's crazy. That's nearby. That's all he has. Wow, that's a really beautiful U river bend. Blue horseshoe, yeah. So what else has he got? He's got I'm just obsessed, man. This guy's crazy. He's got a lot of cool stuff from Namibia, New Zealand, Australia. I haven't checked out that one. I'd be interested to see if he's gone to some of the places I think are cool. Yeah, a lot of aerial photography. Yeah, I don't know. What? That's not New Zealand. Yeah. Wow, I've never seen a photo of this. This is that Piedmont Glacier that I've included in my video. The largest non-polar glaciers in the world are here near Mount Logan, Yukon. I know exactly where this is. The highly striated expanse looks towards the 6,000-meter peaks in the distance, nearly 30 miles across and shot from almost 10,000 feet altitude on a rare good weather day. Wow. Wow. So to show you guys where this is, I've always wanted to see a photo, but nobody's taking photos there. That is, I can literally get the exact view for you guys. That's this glacier, and it's looking right at Mount Logan. Or, I'm sorry, not Mount Logan. Mount St. Elias, I believe. Yeah, right here. Like this. Or actually, no, maybe that is Mount Logan. Or maybe that's not any of them, because these... Wait. Yeah, that's pointing up this glacier. That's Mount Cook. Interesting. Why didn't you take a picture of Mount St. Elias, bro? So he's looking literally right there. Holy. That's a crazy photo, man. Honestly, I don't even feel like the lighting's that good. I feel like you totally could have done better, but that's just me. Also, I want to see Mount St. Elias, which is this giant pyramid. I don't know. When you go hiking with asthma, you'll always find a breathtaking view. That is true. That is true. Thank you so much, Joel. Yeah, what are we at now? Let's see. 100,026. Pretty good. Pretty good. I will take that. Well, speaking of which, I should probably get going. It's been 2 hours and a half, and I need to do some work. Editing, homework, yada yada. This is really fun though. I will do the 100K Q&A video soon. I'll probably just film it over spring break with everything else. I don't know. And man, 100K, crazy. Thank you guys so much. It's been a journey. I don't know what happens from here, to be honest. Like I'm gonna have fun with the channel this summer, and that's kind of my mentality with the channel, is just to have fun with it. When you start to think too hard about the numbers, it just gets less fun, and I want it to be fun. So that's what I'm going to do. And yeah, stuff like finding these places from this, legendary photographer is pretty cool. Maybe I will contact him. We'll see. But yeah. All right. Well, there's probably an insane chat delay, so you guys, I assume, will say bye before I end up ending the stream. But thank you guys so much for subscribing, for watching the videos, for watching the live streams. It's been epic. And I don't know, live stream maybe in a week or two. We'll see. All right. Bye, guys.